because I do 1,300 crunches and sit-ups 4 times a week.
What's a dose? Can you translate for us?
Winner of the gold medal and the champion golfer of the year is Ernie Els.
All right, welcome back to the Go Track, everyone, the podcast about golf and golf-adjacent stuff, mostly from Africa. Sitting here with 2 of my guys in, can never remember the names of these venues, JDV, but nice to see you guys again. Hello, JDV.
I'm glad you said the venues. I thought you were going to say I can never remember your guys' names, which was going to be a worry.
Hello, Taki.
Hello, T. Good to see you guys in the new
Nice
year.
to see
Welcome.
you in flesh.
2026, eh?
Yeah.
Here we go.
The last time I saw you, we played an aborted 9 holes of golf.
Yeah. And we made the worst decision ever.
Yeah. What, drinking more beers than holes of golf we played?
Pretty much.
Oh, you mean the weather was actually perfect?
The weather did turn out to be an absolute perler in the afternoon.
But by that stage, it was like
We're too far gone.
we're too under the
We
weather.
were three beers too far down. No, you're right, but that was a beautiful day, guys. We are back in person. This is more of a conversational pod. Got a few topics to cover. We're gonna chat a little bit about some of the stuff, particularly myself and Taki have been up to, visiting a few golf courses. We also had a roundtable Q&A session that I attended with the South African Live Golf team, aka the
Southern Guard? Stingers?
The Southern Guard.
Southern Guard? Guards? Southern Car Guards?
Southern Guard. Singular. I've had a lot of this recently. Is it the singular or
Guards.
is it the plural?
The SGs.
It's the S. Guards. There's a number of them. 4 of them.
I think it's the SGs. Yeah. They seem to be leaning big into that acronym SG. So you'll see that in some of their stuff that comes out. Anyway, I mean, goodness gracious. And then on the back end, guys, we're going to do a little player draft. So I'm quite looking forward to this. We've done some drafts previously. Straight up, I've been listening to quite a lot of draft-related content, often states-based, whether it's like sports or movies or music or whatever. And I quite enjoy the format from a conversational perspective. So we're going to draft our South African golf teams for 2026. We got some made-up scoring category, as we always like to do here. And some made-up prizes, which end up never being awarded.
Yes, that is correct.
Tucky's still waiting for his sleeve of golf balls from everyone. Although I think you guys are square, huh?
Yeah, I think
No, we are
we
square.
squared it
Okay.
out.
I just literally gave him straight back to him.
I genuinely still have your sleeve in my golf bag. I don't know why I didn't give it to you at Gari the other day, but my apologies.
You have until the first major, surely.
I think that's true, and I think we have until the first major for me to caddy 9 holes for you.
Yeah.
And again, this is up to you, Taki. we have just scheduled golf.
I love it how he puts it. He's like, no, it's completely in your court, yes.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to phone you every weekend and see if I can come carry your bag. So,
Yeah,
we have just scheduled 9 holes of golf.
Yeah, but where are we playing?
We're playing at Cotswold.
Yeah,
You see, you
Cotswold.
can't carry my bag. Or you can, I guess. You can.
Tough carry.
I'm happy to do. Look, I think
carried on your cart.
I think it's. I think it's going to have to. I think it's going to have to be that Sunday. But Taki, tell us a bit about you. You've been to a couple of golf day launches, some events happening across SA. Tell us a little bit about those and your thoughts on them.
It's been a busy start to the year. From a golf perspective,
From a hardened golf journalist.
yeah, I've clearly now found my niche as a golf journalist, because I was invited down to the Investec SA Open Media Day at Stellenbosch last week, Thursday, and it was awesome. It was such a cool day. I'll tell you one thing: there were a lot of ex-rugby players and ex-cricketers enjoying a free round of golf, which I think that they're pretty inclined to do down there.
I get it. So I wanted to ask you about that, but I did get a sense that there were a lot more like celeb personalities there than actual like media people.
Yeah, I got that. I definitely got that feeling too. When you walk in there and there's Mark Boucher, Jacques Callis, Steven Kitsoff, Schalk Burger, Jean-Dirk Kruger, all of these guys are there, and then you're looking around to see what's going on. There wasn't even a Q&A session for the press conference that they held. That's like how few media guests they had there. So, but anyway,
it's more of a pro-am.
Yeah,
without the pros.
Without the pros, yeah.
It's an
I was
am.
fortunate that I played with a former pro, Lee Slattery from the UK.
Okay.
Such a lacquer guy, and a bloody good golfer. 2-time winner on the DP World Tour as well, but just like such a legend.
What was he doing there?
He lives in Fancourt.
Okay.
Well, he lives in Kingswood now, so he just got invited through, came through, because he's doing a bit of commentary for the DP World Tour, and he's going to
Okay.
commentate at the SA Open. So, but we played Stellenbosch Golf Club.
I was going to say, let's get to the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the golf course.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I can't say it's the most memorable golf course I've ever played on. Yeah, there's like when I was coming back home, I was trying to just like picture it in my head and try and remember the course, but it's pretty. I don't want to be too harsh, but it's pretty forgettable. Like just a lot of just standard issue golf holes, nothing really too exciting. They have lengthened it a lot.
Mm.
The golf director, I think I do stand to be corrected, said that it's going to be like something like 200 yards shorter than Bethpage was for the Ryder Cup.
Stellenbosch.
Yeah. So they've put in new tee boxes, and
Where they put the tee boxes in Somerset West.
pretty much. But they have
Someone's garden.
we didn't play.
There's a
off
tee box in De Zalze now.
yeah, and the farm next door, and on the vineyards next door. But they've lengthened it quite a lot. But otherwise, guys, I must be honest. It was a fun day. It's a nice golf course.
No, I played there when I was at university, and it's like it's a great place to play as like a student. Like, and I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a complete go track, but it's like social clubhouse. You know, I completely agree with you. I literally the only hole that I can remember at Stellenbosch is that one where you used to hit over the vineyards, like on the left hand side.
Yes, yeah. The fairway cambers down. And
and I think it's at the 9th.
it's the 9th. That short.
It's like
part
quite
there,
an
yeah.
interest. It's like quite an. You can take it on and hit basically over the out of bounds line, and like.
Oh no, but the thing is, they've moved the tee box further over to the right. I think apparently. So now you're hitting over. You got to hit over the bank or over the hill.
Okay.
And then you're sort of hitting a blind tee shot, but the ball invariably seems to end up down
In the same spot.
next to the fence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like the I think the 18th is sort of the signature hole. The water.
Yes, there's like a pond in front of it or something.
in front of the green. But like, look, facilities top notch. And the course is in great condition. Must be said. Like
Greens?
Greens were really nice. Rolled nicely.
Bent grass.
I have no idea, bro.
Did you not
That
eat some?
should be my first question.
Did you not eat it? I think it is. I don't know what they use down in the Cape there, because it has to be take all that water that they get. But I remember when they scheduled this, and we had some feedback in the Go Track community going, this is a shocker of a selection after having it at like Durban Country Club. We're talking about creating this awesome rota of like golf courses, and now you're going to like.
I don't think Stellenbosch was in the discussion
GC.
when we had what would the South African Open roster be
In the Western Cape.
Yeah.
No.
But that being said, I think it's also has to do a lot with the space
Stellenbosch
and the
Mafia.
infrastructure
and the maybe.
Yeah.
But the build out that they need. So I know that Durban Country Club was actually a bit of a mission because there was not much space to put the VIPs and the rest of it.
And
so they're building
out.
And the water.
Yeah, and
that was
All that rainwater.
so they're building up next to the water on 18. They're putting that's where like all the hospitality is going.
Yeah.
And then
Look.
the farm next door they're using as the driving range.
and a couple of tee
So
boxes.
sitting up there. Yeah.
So like I joke about the Stellenbosch Mafia, but like Investec's a sponsor. Like you can add the lines between the dots here. Like you can color the picture in. There's a lot of loot in that area.
Oh yes.
And I suppose Pearl Valley has had its run. Pearl Valley's under new ownership now. So that maybe wasn't an option. I don't know what other like Winelands type course outside of like Pearl Valley would they go to? Like they wouldn't go to De Zalze. Like
no, well that's the other thing.
Ehrenvale, I think, has had an SA Open a few years back.
Yeah.
It's like it's too short.
I
from
think
what I understand.
they've also mentioned the fact that like they wanted They want to be at golf courses, like golf courses,
Not like
not
estates.
housing
Yes.
estates and stuff like that.
I love that.
I think it's
I love
I think
that.
that's awesome.
Go back to the roots.
Careful
Look
what
at
you
the
wish for.
people.
T, you end up at Stellenbosch Country Club. Stellenbosch Golf
Look,
Club.
I don't think it's an awful call. Like, I just think it's. I think they're going to lean a lot on, like, hopefully there's TV visuals of there will be of the mountains and the vineyards, and so, like, at the end of the day, like let's not get too pedantic about, like, oh, is it a brilliantly, like, it's not a great, like,
Do you think they're
architecture.
going
It's
to
not a great golf
tear
course.
it up from, like, I mean, when you played with Lee Slattery, I mean, where the pros tearing it up
Yeah,
in terms
they-
of
yeah.
scoring.
Yeah, they were. Like, he played really well.
There's no, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just seem to remember, like, almost every green's like the same shape.
Yeah.
right? It's just like an oval.
Just boring.
So it's
like
old school.
flat.
Yeah, like billiard table. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
So we're just hoping for wind.
Yeah, I think so. I think if they get, like, there's the guy
Like
that
a
I played
runaway
with
fire.
is a member there, and he says if
Fairly fast.
the one wind blows, then that makes it tricky because then some of the long holes get
yeah.
a lot
I mean,
longer.
Taki,
But, like,
I'm glad you said the one wind blows, because you and me are in the same place. T was asking me on that 9-hole, and he's like, so what direction does the prevailing wind come from here? And I'm like, like battle to tell left from right. So you asking me to do northwest.
The
So
What does the
northeast,
cardinal
west.
compass do on this hole?
there's a particular wind that if it blows, it makes it difficult.
But then this week we had the launch of the Johnson Workwear Durban Open. That's what it's called now, and that's going to be at Durban
It used to
Country
be the
Club.
Natal Open. Well, I mean, it used to be a number of things.
Yeah. No,
But
that's,
essentially, it's the rebranded Natal Open.
yeah,
So it's now called the Durban Open.
yeah, and that's
They should just call it the Durban Country Club Open.
well, it's not. Yeah, it's not going. It's
I
not
don't
going
think
anywhere
it's
else. The Nick Johnson Durban.
But I see it's a hotel planner co-sanctioned.
Well, that was the other thing.
It's going to be a good field.
Is that I remember there was allegedly a stat to be corrected that there was a big push from Nick Johnson that he wanted a DP World Tour co-sanctioned event at Durban Country Club. But the issue is, I was speaking to the commissioner, the issue is that they only allowed a certain amount of DP World Tour co-sanctioned events in Africa, and they thought that the magical Kenya Open was not going to renew their co-sanction status, and then it would have come to the Durban Open.
How
But-
long do they renew for? Is it
Well,
annual, or-
it varies.
Because also, I suppose, can you get into like a bidding war with the Joburg Open?
Well, no, I think
Is it
they
again like they
It's
sign.
probably,
like,
Yeah, they've
it's probably a
signed.
contract.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
It's probably a length of.
And then obviously
time.
your prize money has to be a certain amount in order for you to qualify. But that was the reasoning. But I guess still having a co-sanctioned event with the Hotel Planet Tour is also great.
Yeah.
And then there's
Look,
going to be
I think from that perspective, like the in-person experience will still be flipping cool. I think maybe you don't get the prestige of the TV product. I mean, I don't know how much action you're getting on or coverage you're getting for that event as you would if it was a. I mean, you'll get obviously the South African coverage, but maybe not the international coverage that you'd get if it was a co-sanctioned with.
You'll
TV.
get like a highlights package. Or
yeah, and
something.
you'll get sort of like we get for Sunshine Tour events, we get 12 until 4 in the afternoon or something like that.
Yeah.
Usually
On
and then-
weekends.
yeah,
Is it a 3-day or 4-day event?
4-day event,
Okay.
Thursday,
Yeah,
Sunday.
'cause some of the Sunshine Tour events are only
Yeah.
54 holes, which kind of sucks, I think. It's going to be cool, though, man. Like, Flip, we said, like, watching golf at DCC, like, happy
always
days.
good.
free
like,
entry.
I'm
cruising
there. Yeah. Like, and as long as there's less water than there was at the SA Open, I mean, even with all those flooding, that Saturday at the SA Open was so awesome.
That was really
like, with,
cool,
with
yeah.
you guys. It was lekker, and there was good crowds. I mean, I hope that they promo it nicely and that like people get out there, because it's a great course to walk, and like there's always a spot to sit and like have a nice vantage point of, you know, with all the contours and that. So yeah, I'm excited. Like if it's an annual thing, happy days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
It's a
if
week
they do-
before the SA Open.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
DCC is a good place to watch golf as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's quite lekker to stand on. I mean, with the elevation changes, you can get into quite nice vantage
Yeah.
points. So watching live at DCC is a really cool experience. I mean,
You're not gonna
compare
get-
it to some of the other courses you watch at where you're very much on like ground level. It's difficult to see, but I mean,
Like
if you
Blair Athol.
Like Stellenbosch Golf
well,
Club.
I'm just thinking of Glendower and at Sun City. A lot of the time, you sort of at
Level.
level pegging.
Yeah. Blair Athol, you got to walk like 9 kilometers in like 40-degree heat. And you're not allowed to use their awesome halfway house. It's reserved for the
Burmy
players.
Country Club, you just got to swim across the fairway.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was talk that did come up at the press conference about what they've done, etc., etc. And the municipal manager was there at the press conference.
So that's for Durban Country
Yeah,
Club.
Yeah.
and Nick Johnson was pretty diplomatic in his response to like the rain question, and they cleared out
Couple of dead bodies.
metric tons of silt out of those drainage ditches. So he says that they
Metric
should
tons.
be fine. What did I say?
Not imperial tons. Metric.
Just tons.
But I still stand by what I said last year before the SA Open. It was a year too early for DCC
Yeah, you
after
said
the
that.
renovation.
Look,
And they would have had that big storm, and they would have gone, okay, we're not ready. Because when I played there with Ghazi, and you played there as well in December, Ghazi was like, oh no, that's a new sump over there. Nick's just put that one
they
in.
just
He's just
put in
put
a
that
whole bunch
one in.
more in, yeah.
I mean, it was wet when we played, like seriously wet. We played, we had to wait for like 5 hours for rain. And that 16th hole, do you remember that thing was like a dam? That was completely dry. Like it was, and that's all from new stuff that they put in. So hopefully they're much closer to having it sorted now.
what do they do with all the salt that they take out?
I don't know. I didn't ask. That wasn't a question.
Just a follow-up
That wasn't a
question.
question.
Sorry, Nick.
Where is the salt?
Sorry, can we just have an audit on what did you actually do with that salt? Is it in the bunkers now?
Oh shit! And then I'm going up
They
to
put it in the Windsor. They take it across the road and put it in the Windsor Park bunkers.
I thought, and then we're moving on to Joburg next week for the Live Golf thing at State City, but I don't know what that entails. I got invited and I said yes, and then
Is this the one that you were going to fly up for the teams meeting?
no. That was the team's meeting that Terrence was on. But yeah, so I'm going up there next week, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I don't know what to expect.
You playing?
We're not playing.
Oh,
I
you're
asked-
not playing?
No, I asked, should I bring my golf clubs? And they were like, no.
Oh, that sucks. I thought you were playing.
So did I. After I said yes.
So I have to tell you, Taki, I killed myself laughing because you sent that photo outside the Stellenbosch Golf Club, and you're like, reminds me of KCC. And I thought you were at Stain City for some reason. Like, I'd mixed up my things, and I was looking at the clubhouse in the background, and I was like, shit, that thing's not nearly as smart as I remember it in all the like renders that I saw. There's a little like thatched rondavel, and I was like, yo, it's like doesn't look that great.
No,
you
that's
know?
not that
And
cool.
then I like clicked. I was like, oh no, that's Stellenbosch. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Well, we look forward to hearing about that.
T,
Taki.
tell us about that teams meeting, please, because then we can get into
Yes,
the rebranding.
let's get into
the
that,
Stinger
yeah.
rebranding as well.
Yeah. So had a little like I must say, cool thing that like I haven't always been that positive about Live Golf, but the fact that they have this like media week or whatever they call it. So they get all the teams together, and then obviously they reach out to like so they'll be reaching out to like the South American media oaks to interview the Tokay oaks, and they do these virtual. And I guess you could probably say I want to tap into all of them or whatever, but like, I mean, there's no other golf tour that really does that, right? Like, I guess they have a start of the season chats and whatever, but like, I mean, seem to be quite a broad range of like media personalities there, as some of the photos I shared with you. A lot of guys from newspapers and stuff. Quite a lot of questions around the rebranding. And like the very first question was basically, what do you say to all the people who like have gone and bought Stingers
that's
merchandise?
There's going to be a lot of
And,
that.
and I was like,
Oh.
I was never going to ask that question because I was like, yo, that's tough. And straight after so obviously they're like diplomatic. And Louis was very candid. He said, look, Oaks, we had a trademark issue.
Yeah.
Like there was a case pending, and I want to get your take on this, JDV, later around that. But so they were very upfront saying, look, it wasn't, we had to do it. And obviously then they kind of went to all the positive stuff. And then the media Oak jumped in before the next question and said, guys, please keep all your questions. Please don't ask any more about the rebranding. I mean, I guess they
how many was that the only question that was asked about it?
pretty much.
Oh, and then he was like, no more.
Well, they were just like, look, you can direct your question. I think they were worried it was going to like take front and center.
Oh yeah. And then there was questions about the laws.
People were like, because it had just happened the day before.
Yeah. But it's good for Louis to get out in front of it though and be like, listen, this is the case.
No. And we'd heard that via the grapevine that there was a trademark thing. I still don't fully understand that.
So I've had a quick squiz.
Yeah.
It looks like they had the trademark and the rights in South Africa, so they could sell all the merchandise and the Stinger brand in South Africa.
Yes.
But it was a
North
bigger issue to
American,
try and sell it, particularly in America.
globally.
It seems like there's a Stinger Tees is
Correct.
a brand which they were having to go into a mediation to sort of discuss, potential like precursor to litigation for the trademark issue. But that's as much as I can.
They also had another issue though.
With the brand.
With the S.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Allegedly. The S was also a problem.
Yeah, I read there was also another trademark thing somewhere in Japan apparently, which was challenging them on like some sort of global trademark.
Yeah.
It was like legit. It was I think it was like a professional badminton team called the Stingers. I'm not even joking. That but I was thinking about it and I was like,
some solid reporting.
it didn't.
I think it was bad.
Like JDV, it
Something
didn't.
to do with the S.
Legit, it was badminton though. I think it was badminton. But JDV, I was thinking about it, and it's like it wasn't like a court ruling or anything.
No, it was
right?
it seems like a settlement. Like
Yeah.
or they got out ahead and were like, well, you can't take us to court because we're not using this anymore.
But like, you're talking about like the Saudis here, like the most like powerful oaks in the world with the deepest pockets or whatever. What do you think it tells you about like how seriously they care about like the teams and the brands and whatever? Because the way I see this unfolding is that their legal team just said, guys, sorry, tough shit. We
on your own.
We don't really feel like fighting this, like, and we don't really give a shit. There's so many other teams that have changed their names. You're actually gonna have to change your name.
Well, I suppose that there it's like, okay, well, maybe it's just like a cost thing to say, well, how much is it going to cost to fight, and how long is it going to take to fight, and what is the damage is going to be versus, it's still relatively early. I mean, you've sold a lot in South Africa, cool, but you haven't sold much in, North America. So before it takes off there, let's just change it. Maybe the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right though. In terms of like the backing from Live Golf, I wonder what it is there. I wonder if they say, well, you guys own your teams. They're your teams.
I don't see.
Therefore,
I don't
have
think.
to.
Oh,
how much autonomy does each team have over that?
They were probably like, look, you guys want to fight this? It's up to you. But like, we don't really give a shit either
Deuces,
way.
we're out. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of sucks for them if you think about like there were some early name changes, right? Like the Rippers used to be called something else. I can't even remember what the first names were. But they changed within a year. It kind of sucks a bit. The Stingers, if there was any kind of brand equity they built up, it was over the last 2 years. They just released a whole freaking 5-part documentary, which we need to schedule a podcast and talk about on sometime.
Still haven't
But
watched.
that thing it
Niblix.
just...
Do you remember the Niblix?
Yes.
Do you remember Punch GC?
Oh my lord! Yeah.
Exactly.
So those were the two. The other ones are all still there. 4 Aces, they still around.
Yeah,
4 Aces,
that's
Crushes,
Dustin Johnson.
Fireballs, Half Flyers, Ironheads, Majestics, Niblix.
Ironheads.
Ironheads have changed. They're now the
Changed
Korean
Korea,
golf club.
Which I think is
whatever.
quite cool.
Yeah, that's lekker.
I mean, they're picking a lane there with the country.
It's wild though. It is like almost naturally it
It's
started
moving towards
moving that way, and now it is
World
being
Cup vibes.
sort of forced that way. Yeah.
And when you look at the new players they've signed, it's the only proper like talent is international talent. And then there's that one young American but they're not signing any like big like American guys. I think this is what it's becoming. And with Brooks now moving back, obviously the next question was about Brooks and like what do you think this does to your guys' tour and etc. I mean, listen, the answers were pretty generic, as you can imagine. It was like,
Did they ask that?
Yeah, they did.
For the Stinger golf team, they were like, what about Brooks?
Yeah.
Wow.
They did. They were like, do you think this diminishes like the value of the tour whenever? And they were like, yeah, obviously they don't want to lose guys, but we're all happy and we love the products. And,
Do you know that's what I get the
lip
sense.
service.
Those South African guys, they don't care.
But they've also bought in.
You know what I mean?
The same with
They
the
don't
same
care,
with
bro.
the Aussies, the
Yeah,
Ripper.
but like,
the Aussies and the SA, like I said, bought
They
in.
don't care about the politics involved in players coming or going. They will play whoever they have to play against every week. You know what I mean? They don't care who's there. They just
don't care.
But what I think,
In fact, it weakens the field.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not competitive or anything like that. It's just they don't care about the politics or any of that.
For me,
shit.
that seems like it's a lot more American centric in terms of that, like because it's the PGA Tour and like the American players. Whereas like that's why I said I feel like the Spanish team, the Fireballs and
the South
Stingers
American Oaks,
or Southern Guards and Ripper, which are on like national teams in inverted commas. I don't feel like they are as, what's the word, emotional or tied to this whole PGA Tour Live Tour debacle.
The thing is that they enjoy it more because they're less about I say this, but they're less about the individual. American sports people are generally about themselves, like egotistical, and look, I do think it is a bit of a seismic move having probably one of your top 3 or 4 guys moving back. It will be interesting to see what happens with the Rahms and the Brysons at the end of this year when their contracts come up. But I think Liv is moving towards being this place for like global players, and I think you're going to find the top American guys are going to all stay on the PGA Tour. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, they don't want to leave. They never want to travel. They don't want to go to Australia and come here. They more than happy to just fly around the States.
I mean, they fly. It's 4 hours to fly to most of their tournaments. They'll come to the Open. They'll do a Ryder Cup every 2 years. I mean, those guys are not flying around.
So let's quickly just talk the Southern Guards branding. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts of that?
Out of 10.
4.
I think, like, legitimately, I think I'm like a 2 out of 10. Like, it sucks that they had to rebrand, but like, could we have not just workshopped that name a little bit?
Yeah. It's just we've got
let's think about this
option available like in South Africa.
Obviously, there's probably they have to probably maybe look at some trademark stuff globally and that.
But you know what I mean.
But firstly, just the double word thing I think is tough. Like I think it's much easier being a single word on TV. They're like, I mean, look like Legion 13. I mean,
the auto in general. Charting Lions or what?
Fidelity. What are they? The Emirates Fidelity Lions. Yeah.
I think you're relying heavily on like this whole rhino thing, and that like people are going to buy into that sentimentality and emotion. I don't really think that's how it works with sports teams.
Could they not just be called the rhinoceroses?
Exactly.
The rhinos. Hey, that's not bad.
I think
probably. I don't know. I think
there's some like rugby. There's some rugby league like rhino teams in that.
But okay. So for me, the name is the one thing. The logo seems intricate for like.
So unnecessary, yeah.
It just seems like a real sort of photogenic rhino.
Give them 2 years, and that rhino will be like completely different.
Like,
it'll just be like
abstract.
The silhouette of a rhino. Or something.
Be like a horn.
But you know what I mean? It's like difficult to. I don't know. You just think about logos and the sort of rebrands. It's simplicity. You don't want you want something that's identifiable.
Or maybe they're starting the trend back to more complicated logos again. Who knows?
Yeah.
They got the finger on the pulse.
The first thing I thought of was the Southern Kings. When I heard Southern Guards, I was like, how long did the Southern Kings franchise last? It was like literally 2 years, I think. Maybe 1 year.
But how long do you think they had to do this? Okay, so the next part of it is, does this look like a bit of a
hatchet
panic?
Job,
let's quickly do this because we want to settle this aspect before the next season
we need a name,
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like, is it like, okay, well, we don't really have time to do iterations and
they could call themselves like the Meerkats or something. It would have been better.
Meerkats. Look,
just
I think
Mamba,
they wanted
really.
to.
I put out there Mamba, just Mamba GC.
Mamba GC would be sweet.
I don't know, something. JDV, then like I don't want to like I really don't want to have a go at the. I'm still going to call them the Stingers guys, and like this talks a little bit to like more stuff, and we're not going to spend too much time on this at the press conference thing, but like the sense I get there, and like when you've gone for a name that like, oh yeah, it's we've got this foundation and we do the stuff for rhinos and that, like I think that's cool, but like I don't think that's a smart way to like brand your sports team. I think you can have the feel good stuff. You know, you can have the foundation and whatever, but there's a real like old boys club vibe in that Stingers team. And you see it in all their like social content. They can't stop telling you how well they get on with each other, and I believe it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I can see that they're all mates in that.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us. We can see it. Yeah.
But I didn't ask this question, but I was close to asking this question. We only got to ask like 2 questions, but it was like guys, do you see this thing like evolving past you? And what does that look like?
What does the succession plan
Like
look like? Who comes on you?
I look at like the Rippers team. Like they've just signed that lighty Elvis Smiley. You know, he played on the DP World Tour. Exciting player, lefty and whatever. And you know, you look at the Stingers team. Look, Dean Burmester, you can see has still got a lot of ambition just in his eyes. Like you can just see I think he's comfortable, but I think he's still got ambitions, especially on the majors front. Guys, Louis is like
checked out.
Louis is checked out, like completely checked out. Like he basically said, he actually said in the thing, he's like he was so close to quitting golf completely after 2021, like after that season where he had like a back injury, and he just had all those close calls in the majors. And he said literally like if Liv hadn't come along, he legitimately might not be playing anymore. And like he was like, yeah, but I think I've still got a few good swings in me and that. And I was like, this just
not the hunger in the belly.
This just reeks of like. I must say, Brandon Grace sounds like quite motivated again.
Well, I mean, he plays a lot of the sort of the SA Opens to qualify for Masters.
And he had a really good end to the end of last season actually. And I asked him about it because obviously guys were asking the other guys a lot of questions, and he said, well, he actually he had a really bad hand injury like 18 months ago.
Well, that was when he was in the relegation zone.
Yeah, and so at the end of last season, I think he had like
not in the relegation.
He was
relegated.
Yeah, and then called up.
But I think he had like he finished the season with like 5 top 10s in a row. One of them was at the Alfred Daniel Links as well at Royal J&K.
The SA Open, he was making a charge, and that would have given them the.
He was lying 4th
Open
at the SA Open.
Spot,
yeah. So he. You know, Charles and Louis, like it's not good.
They've won their majors.
I would be so much more invigorated with that team if one of those two wasn't there. Like Charles, not the most animated oak in the world. I don't think they'd lose much from a brand perspective if he wasn't there. And if they had a young, like, I don't know, Casey Jarvis or like just someone like we've got so many good young players in this country. So. Yeah, I hope they go that way because there's a real like, yes, we get on so well and we drink brandy together and we braai together all the time, and I believe that they do, but I'm not here to like support your old boys like buddy group, you know. Like I want to be invested in something that's like and that's got like serious highs, and that's got some difference as well. They're all very similar type of people.
So I mean, you were talking about the Aussie team. The Rippers signing up Elvis. I mean, should there be a situation maybe, and this is a half-baked idea, but where you almost have like a reserve, like so you don't have a 4-man team, you've got a 5-man team that you can rotate sort of as and when you want to, you know, and then bring on, you know, some other players that sort of way. And then you almost have like because then you can be like, okay, well, who's on the team this weekend and why? But you know, obviously that's not the case.
Well, that would be interesting. You have like a squad. So like horses for courses. So you're playing in one place. Yeah. Might need someone who can bomb it. Yeah. This is why we've done it.
Oaks, they'll never do that. Those oaks are there to make they get their paycheck. For them, think about it. Every week they could win $4 million. Like. So I asked the question about match play as well. I was like, you guys do well in match play. Like you perform above average. Like I didn't say like above your normal potential, but I was like, you clearly enjoy match play, and they were like, yeah, they love it and they love the thing. But Louis said straight up, he's like he doesn't see the Live Oaks. He says they're all about world ranking points at the moment, and he says he doesn't see the Live changing like any team formats to have more. Like basically, because I was saying, shouldn't there be like a match play thing every weekend? Even if it's just this team versus that team, like the day before, you know, like on the. But he's like, yeah, now they're doing 4-day golf. There was obviously another question that came up was going from 3 rounds to 4 rounds. The sense I got there was that Dean Burmester was like very keen on the idea because I think he knows that he can beat most Oaks after 4 rounds.
Yeah.
I think Louis and Charles are like, that's the spot. 3 rounds is quite like a. So I dig those Oaks. I dig Louis. He's a funny Oak, and he had some good answers in the thing. But man, if you want to really buy into like a team and like a success, they're going to need to blood in. Like next season, they're going to need to. But the problem is, how do they bump those Oaks? They
won't.
That's why I'm like, how are you Oaks going to do this? Are you going to have a meeting one day and say, hey, Charles, you know, even though you weren't relegated, we just think it's time.
Yeah. And Louis the captain as well.
So he's the captain. So it's this closed, like little old boys thing. So I worry about that.
I think it. Does it die with these guys?
I think so.
Then do they?
I think
rebrand another team.
The other problem is like, if let's say another SA we've got lots of young SA players. Like, are they going to slot into a different team? Yeah. I don't know. I guess it depends on like if they create more. Like if Louis moved into like becoming like a manager or something, and he had equity in the team. You know, we don't understand enough about how that works.
Yeah.
And there's still too much. So my thing is like there's still too much focus on the individual Stableford golf results. The team thing's just a bit of window dressing. And I think it was a way to get some of the international guys to join, to say, you're going to be... And legit, they all talk about how much they love that. Like, they love... You said in the documentary, they love sitting around afterwards and, like, patting each other on the back. And they are playing for something for their team, you know? There is a definite... I don't think that's made up. Like, I think that is sincere when they say, like, fuck, I might be coming last, but if I have a good day today, I help the team.
Yeah.
Like, I do think they're sincere about that. Anyway.
But I think you're right in that, like, the South African perspective is that. I think when you look at a lot of potentially look at the other teams, I just get a sense that so many of them are so individually focused, and the team actually means bugger all at the end of the day. Like, look at the American guys. Golfers are obviously inherently pretty selfish individuals to be a professional in an individual sport, but like, I don't think that they have the the history of team sports, like international team sports, like we do. I think like the English Oaks probably would, like Poulter and those guys, but I get a sense that they also very self-centered in this competition. But like the Aussies, I think, are a team.
I think the Spanish guys have a legit thing, like both the South American and the actual Fireballs Oaks. Like there is some good stuff there, like with those teams, you know. And I was thinking about the other day, Spain have got like some proper golf talent at the moment, eh?
Yeah.
Like, they've got some good young players, eh? Like there's a whole like, that's going to be interesting when it comes to like Ryder Cup and that, because there's a lot of talent there. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like half the teams, I mean, they're checked out.
Smash.
Like the guys are checked. Smash. I mean, Brooks. I don't like Brooks. I've always liked Brooks. Like, I love the fact that he was a team captain, but he refused to wear the team outfit.
I love all that. Also, he just shat on Oaks. Like, Wolf.
He's like, you're not a team player, but like, I'm not wearing the team outfit. Like, and the fact that he's the first Oak to go back to PGA Tour, I think it's awesome. Like, I love the like controversy that creates.
I reckon that guy was fighting some wild demons in his own head.
Okay, guys, should we draft our SA players?
Let's go.
Okay, so are you guys clear on how this works?
No.
So for our listeners, guys, what we're doing is we are drafting. We are doing an American style draft of teams. So we did this for Major Goat last year, Taki.
Mm-hmm.
The difference here is that we've got categories. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out a draft order, which we'll just do randomly. JDV, can you just do me a quick ChatGPT randomization of our 3 names, please? And first pick, we'll have first pick. You have to pick from a player from each category. Okay?
Okay, so the categories are?
The categories are Sunshine Tour, DP World Tour, Live, PGA Tour, and then wildcard. Wildcard is literally you can pick from any one of those.
Okay.
And you can decide if you've got the first pick, you can go to any category first. Okay. But Taki, if you pick Brandon Grace, he's off the table. In all the categories. Can't take him anywhere.
So just to, so if I pick someone and they win on something else, I still get the points.
You do.
Okay.
Correct. And just to clarify that, I decided we're not having a very complicated point system like 10s and 5s and 2s. There's 1 point for each of the following. And how I came up with this, if you're welcome to push back, JDV and Taki, on any of these, but it was to try and work out what is statistically equivalent to get. So on the Sunshine Tour, you will get a point if your player wins a tournament.
Okay.
On the DP World Tour, you will get a point if your player has a top 5. On Live Golf, it's a top 5. On the PGA Tour, it's a top 10. Are you guys happy with those? Do you think that they're equivalent?
Yeah. That's fine.
Basically, the way it worked out, forget Sunshine Tour because those were all South African winners. But the other 3, they sort of occurred about the same number of times last year. It was about 10 times for each of those. The difference being we've got a hell of a lot more players on the DP World Tour
Can we
than
just
the PGA Tour.
throw a big one in here? If one of your players wins a major, you get
win.
5 points.
I think
you
you
just win.
I think you win the whole thing.
I'm with you. I think
If your player wins a major,
Call it.
It's done. It's over.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going to have more than one South African winner of a major.
Imagine
we'd be
that.
sick if we do. If we do,
Everyone
we'll have to work
wins.
that out.
Yeah.
Okay. And bottle of wine from each to the winner. Happy with that?
Happy.
With that.
Okay. But let's more than 200 rand on a bottle of wine. 150 rand?
No, 200 bucks.
200 bucks.
200 rand. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a Tussie's wine that Hoff gave me last year.
So randomizer has come through, so it goes Taki, and then I
Yes.
think let's just go clockwise. So Taki, Terence, JDV.
Okay. And just to remember, it's a snake pick. So what happens is when we get to JDV, he gets 2 picks. So the second round picks start with JDV, Taki.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then they come back to me, and then to you, and then we start with you again. Okay. So Taki, you're in number 1 position.
T, are you going to make notes of this?
I'll keep track of this. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna fill in here. JDV, you can fill in while Taki's thinking, and I'm typing this.
So
who are you going to take in the first slot?
the first slot. So we're gonna go. How are we gonna do our slots?
Well,
Should we go
what category?
PGA, Live?
You can pick from any category, huh?
Okay. So we can.
You
go
can start
So
on
I can
any
just
category.
take whoever I want.
Literally take whoever you want.
Cheapers. Okay. I'm going to go. I don't know if I wanted this responsibility. It's got to be.
It's quite a lot of pressure having the first pick, actually.
Ask Hoff.
Are you going to pick Seabears like Hoff did?
No.
Look, Hoff didn't end up
Okay, I'm
losing,
going.
huh?
Oh, but like the other thing is that what majors are these? Oh, I guess majors is irrelevant, hey.
Well, so
Who's going to play in the most tournaments?
So what? Keep in mind that a major is a co-sanctioned event. So if you get a top 10 in a major, you'll also get a point because it's a PGA Tour event. Every major is a PGA Tour and DP World Tour event. Agreed?
Yeah.
How many players are we getting here again?
5.
Okay.
So who's in these majors? That's the other thing.
Okay, Taki, on the clock.
Am I on the clock? Okay.
I don't think the majors is such a big thing. This is not really about bringing the majors.
I'm going to take Tristan Lawrence.
In what category? DP World Tour.
Yeah. No. Yes.
I don't think he's on the PGA Tour.
No, he's not.
Okay, so
Well, he's not on our list. Did he lose his status?
I think so. Okay, that's an interesting pick.
I know. But we'll
That's
see. We've got
seems
plenty
like-
of picks. I'm doing what Hoff did last year.
Okay, so you're taking Tristan Lawrence in DP World Tour.
It says I think he's still on the PGA Tour this season.
Okay, this is an easy one for me. I'm going to take Dean Burmester in Live Golf.
Are you backing him?
For me, that was the number 1 pick.
Oh, yeah, he was my.
Yeah, this might be a Scheffler Bears moment for you later on in the year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Jacques Kruiswijk.
Lawrence will also play some Sunshine Tour events as well, I guess.
That's the other thing is that you need reps.
And he'll play in probably a couple of majors. I did see he was 5 over after yesterday's round.
So he's playing nicely.
JDV?
Gents, I'm going to take Aldrich Potgieter in PGA Tour.
PGA Tour, that's a good pick.
Potties.
And it comes back to me again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 2
Snaking
picks.
back here. I'm going to take... Can I take... So Sunshine Tour, I can't pick anyone in the
You can.
DP
You
World
can.
Tour. And then I still get a DP World Tour pick.
You can take
No,
like...
you can take. You
so
can
you
take
could
from
take
wherever.
like Mike Hollick in Sunshine Tour if you wanted. I mean...
And then do I still get all
you
the
got to
players
keep in
left
mind
in?
how many Sunshine Tour events they're going to play and all of that.
That's a good point. Okay, well,
Um,
I will then... I'm going to ride this one, Jaden Shaper on the DP World Tour.
It's a good pick. I mean, potentially... Hopefully you haven't missed his hot run.
I know that's sort of where my mind is going. Is
But-
like, how
but
long
He's
can
doing
he
all
keep this
right
up?
in Dubai, I think.
But I think he's going to play a lot of...
He's going to play a lot of DP World.
he's going to play... And he'll play like all the DP World Tour events. And like there's some... That's the other thing is there's like some really strong events and there's some like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
Turkish Open.
Yeah. By the way, flip a random thing I uncovered yesterday, but you mentioned the Magical Kenyan Open earlier, Taki. So I was looking at the... So this DP World Tour list I gave you, you know that this is their order of preference. So this is their like ranking.
Of South African golfers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, how can Jacques Kruiswijk be ahead of
Because he won it.
Dylan Nadi? Like, I was like... And you know that the Magical Kenyan Open, it comes down to what the purse was. The Magical Kenyan Open purse was $2.5 million. SA Open, 1.5.
Where did they get that money
Folks,
from?
that's a bit tough, eh? For like the SA Open to
all that
be...
safari money.
For the SA Open to not be...
Taxpayer money.
Even Rupert's event was only 1.5.
Leopard Creek.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Daniel. Like, so basically...
Well, that's the minimum. Like, I think that's probably the minimum that they have to spend in South Africa in order to...
How much is the Nedbank?
$1 million. No, I'm not sure.
No, the purse is like
No,
six
no.
Yeah,
million.
it is a lot.
I'll just say that.
So basically the order of purses in Africa at the moment is the Nedbank and then the Magical Kenyan Open. Just so you guys know. So shout out to Jacques Kruiswijk.
Teabag?
Guys, in PGA Tour, I'm gonna take Seabez. I
Good
think
call.
he's got a few top 10s in him. He will also play DP World Tour events.
Yeah.
And he'll be in quite a few majors. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take Seabez, and we are back at you, Taki. You get 2 picks now. So you've got Sunshine Tour, Live, PGA Tour, and Wildcard left.
So, okay, so then I'll take... So we have to pick one from each category.
Mhm.
So I'll take Brandon Grace then. From Liv.
He'll probably play a couple of DP World Tour events. He'll play like the Lynx. He's in good form.
Yeah.
In fact, he'll play quite a few.
I think he'll be better than Louis and Charles. So.
I agree, yeah.
Well, who knows? And then from a PGA Tour perspective, I'm going to take Garrick Higo. Just hopefully he can find some consistent form this,
I mean, the other
this year.
options, like I was quite shocked to see we've only got 5 players on the top 10. Obviously, guys, we haven't mentioned Hoff. Obviously, isn't in the room here with us. But you know, when we were doing this, and I sent out those names, I was like, I bet you Hoff was going to pick like a not one of these oaks. he was going to pick like a
Find someone that's not
like
on
a
the
different
list.
PGA Tour player. Okay, so it's back to me. So I've got Wildcard, DP World Tour, and Sunshine Tour events. Sure. I think this might be an easy one. Or is it? I'm going to take in In Sunshine Tour, I'm going to take Casey Jarvis. He's obviously on the DP World Tour, but I think, like we saw at the end of last year when he came and played on the Sunshine Tour, the question is really just how many events they play on the Sunshine Tour. You know, and you need them to win.
That's
It actually might be a tough pick, that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You don't like that strategy. I'm kind of doubting it now, but I've touched the chess piece.
It's done.
It's over.
Okay, look.
I wish I could have that one back, because I actually wish I could pick a legit Sunshine Tour player.
So I'm that's where my mind is going with Sunshine Tour.
I wish
I get two now. So I'm going to take Louis Oosthuizen and Liv.
Okay.
Just because he's also in a major, so that's like the snitch from Harry Potter. If you catch it, it's like
million,
you in the game and
zillion
win
points.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually gonna go with Xander Lombard in the Sunshine Tour.
Okay. He's still exempt on the DP.
I think he's going to play a lot of Sunshine Tour events.
I think that could be a good call, huh?
Just also to say that I was having a look at the Sunshine Tour rankings, and Xander Lombard has shot up 46 places to number 16 recently. So trending in the right direction.
It's all about how many starts they have, I guess.
So he's
like how many Sunshine Tour events are they going to play? Basically?
So tournaments, that's after 5. But he's been out with injury, hasn't he? That's why he's sort of coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, keep in mind you've got co-sanctioned Sunshine Tour DP World Tour events as well. What are we going to do there if someone wins one of those? You get 2 points, one for each category.
Yeah.
Or do you just take the 1 point for the category?
Nah, I like that.
2 points.
2 points.
Yeah.
So you get
double up.
you
It's
get
like
the
a
top
bonus.
5,
Yeah.
and you get the win.
It's a bonus.
Okay. Is it back to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Xander Lombard taking one step at a time on DP World Tour return. That was a month ago.
All right.
A lot can happen in a month.
Are
Are you cooking here? So what category have you still got?
I've got DP World Tour and Wildcard. DP World Tour. I'm gonna do it, Oaks. I'm gonna take Mike Hollick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Hollick. I'm telling you. I mean, obviously he had a great run at the end of last year.
He's at a cuck day today in Dubai though.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Glad
He's
glad I
on
didn't
the
look at
cut
that.
line as we speak.
I think Mike is gonna get a couple of top 5s this year on the DP World Tour. He's gonna play quite a full roster.
Yeah.
I think that guy's in a very good headspace, and he will play at home as well. He will play on the Sunshine Tour, and he wins Sunshine Tour events like by rocking up. Kim and Casey. So that's my pick. Taki,
Okay.
your last 2
I've got
picks.
Sunshine Tour and Wildcard.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Sunshine Tour, I'm going to pick Louis Albitzer.
Wow. Okay. Just look him up in the database here.
Good Mark Klaus old boy.
Okay. See where that's coming
You
from. No,
lose
he
points there.
had some good results last year.
Yeah,
I
he's won a
think.
couple. He's won a few
I
times.
remember his name up there.
And so now it's my wild card, eh? So now this is any other South African golfer.
No, how many you got, Joe? You want just
You
carry on picking? Don't you have 5 now?
No,
No, I've got 4.
he's got. We're starting the final round.
This is
So
the
we're
final
starting
round.
the 5th
I've got to
round.
go again.
Okay.
So you can pick.
You got Albitzer,
Yeah.
and that were you picking as Sunshine Tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
so
you're
you can
going
pick
your
from
wild
from any category. You can pick PGA Tour. You can pick.
Okay, my wild card for 2026 is going to be Christo Lamprecht.
Jeepers.
Watch him go.
Didn't see that one.
Watch the big guy go. He's a
PGA
wild card.
PGA Tour, huh?
Yeah, he's a wild card. It's about as wild as he gets.
I saw quite a cool interview with him on the PGA Tour Instagram. I don't know if you saw it.
Is that?
He was talking about how his golf swing has changed massively in the last year.
Oh, that's good news.
He
It's like when I picked Zalatoris and his back was hanging on by a thread.
you know he shot 10 over on the first PGA Tour event. But his swing looks almost a bit like Scheffler's now. He clears his left. He basically ends up facing the hole. It's quite wild.
Nothing can go wrong there, Taki.
Are we in? It's a wild card.
There's a lot going on with that height.
Well, that's it. When he's 6'7" or whatever he is.
Yeah. Wild card is an interesting one, because you can really get dynamic with who you pick, and what events they're going to play.
Come on, T.
I've got a proper wild card.
Okay.
And I actually thought this is where you were going to go. And I'm telling you now, this would have been Hoff's wild card as well.
I feel like you're going to pick who I wanted to pick.
But I'm going to pick Christian Mars.
That is who I was going to pick.
I just saw his name.
I've got it open here.
The
that was
amateur.
my pick.
Yeah.
You've just stolen my pick. Now
I forgot about him, and I just saw his name, and I was like, "Oh,
sorry, JDV." But I did actually have him penciled in as a wild card at the beginning of the draft, and I think he's going to play a mix of DP World. So I mean, okay, guys, if you don't know Christian Masters, he's still at university in the States in his final year at Texas, but he gets tournament invites, and he'll get quite a few this year into PGA Tour. He is currently playing on the DP World Tour. He's going to play enough events where I think he might tick off one of those top 5s and top 10s. So that's it. JDV, you've got the final pick.
yes, as that took the wind out of my sails.
Did that scupper you? Yeah?
It's the proverbial curveball, isn't it?
Exactly what you want in a draft.
When you're looking at all the names and you're like, well,
And
I
you
don't
not
have
have
to
a
worry
backup?
about the name that's not on here being taken.
Do you not have a backup?
I didn't. So
Classic.
now I'm just going to go with sort of a
panic.
safer pick. So I'm going to
Panic.
go with Jacques Kruiswijk for my last pick.
I think
Jacques
that's-
Kruiswijk. You guys laughed at me last year.
Because you picked him to win a major. I'm not picking him to
You
win a
made
major.
the cut. You made the cut at the Open. That's all that mattered. I'd
That's
say that.
actually, I think that's a reasonably good pick. I mean, what are the other options? I mean,
Dylan Fratelli. I mean,
He'll be playing a lot at home this year.
that's-
Fratelli.
maybe Fratelli would have been.
I think he's moved back to
I think
South
Brandon
Africa.
Stone for me was a name I was looking at.
He was five over in Dubai now. That's why. I didn't
Yeah,
pick him.
but it's one tournament. It's a long season. And then the other guy's JC Ritchie.
yes,
Yeah.
he's doing nicely.
He won the Hotel Planet Tour last year. I must say if I had my picks, so let's just summarize the picks. Taki, you have in Sunshine Tour Louis Alberta, in DP World Tour you have Tristan Lawrence, and Liv you have Brandon Grace, PGA Tour you have Gary Kigo, and your wild card is Christo Lamprecht. I have Sunshine Tour Casey Jarvis.
I like my team.
I have Mike Hollick. You better come through for me, Mike.
Mike Hollick.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even.
Oh wow, he didn't even put it down.
Live Tour, I have Burmy, the number 1 pick. PGA Tour, I have Sea Bears, and I have Christian Mars. I love that pick. And the fact that I took it from you is even better.
It's
JDV has Xander Lombard. DP World Tour, he has Jaden Shaper, Louis Oosthuizen. PGA Tour, Aldrich. I think Aldrich is legit, would have been my next. Like, if I'd had the tour, I would have picked. Aldrich was my number 1 PGA pick. I think he is the number 1 PGA pick. And then you have Jacques Kruiswijk under wildcard. Any regrets?
No,
No,
I'm kind of regretting Casey Jarvis.
No.
My Sunshine Tour pick. I might be on recency bias. I wish I'd gone for a legit, local oak who's going to play a full roast, a full
like
roster
Louis
of
Albertson.
tournaments. Like Louis Albertson.
well,
I
look,
think
Casey Jarvis could surprise on
the thing is his talent levels. Like if he rocks up, he won 2 out of the 3 that he played at the end of last year. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, the other I probably might have gone a bit and maybe picked one of the marquee boys, maybe that Jordan Bernard, because I think I don't know if he'll win this year, but I think he's gonna probably rack up a few top 5s and top 10s. Cool, Oaks, that was fun. So we'll try and track this. Maybe we'll put out a little Instagram thing and see Oaks can vote on who they think the best team is.
Who's got the best team?
Yeah, we'll track this and maybe pre-order the cart with some wine because Christian Mars is going to fucking tear up. Christian Mars is going to be on the PGA Tour by the end of the year. When does this run till? Christmas?
I think it runs till this time next year. Give it a year.
No, surely it runs till the end of the season.
Okay.
What is the season?
The
Though? There's so
season's-
many
the
different
season's-
seasons.
Like, so it runs to the end of
Let's
the
have a
Tour
cut-off.
Championship for the PGA Tour. Dubai.
So we're not doing the full.
No, we have to do the full.
Have to do
'cause
the
that's when
full
basically
series.
the only time Aldrich Podkeeter gets to play.
No, he's in the top 50. He's playing in the signature events. No, I think it's got to be a calendar year.
Okay.
Let's run it to after is it Mauritius?
Bad news that Aldrich's playing in the signature events. There's
Yeah.
probably more chance.
He'd do better in the mule events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just beating up,
Yeah.
beating up,
Just
those
beating down on
blokes.
mules.
and courses where you can just smoke it. Like I think the signature events they make it a bit trickier.
You'd hope so.
True.
Yeah,
cool.
fuck no.
So it's all after Mauritius Open.
Okay, that's cool.
Because that gives you guys enough time to order me wine for Christmas.
Mm.
All right, boys. If there's nothing else, let the pot in. Thank you.
They get you
Lekker.